Welcome, hi, it's Julie Torrens, and I have another project. I have a very wild background that's left over from doing some YouTube shorts. So I find one of the best ways for me to get rid, well, that sounds like I don't like them. I like them, but to utilize a very loud background is by doing some magazine collage, and it's so fun. It's so fun. I almost feel guilty. So I cut out some magazine pieces that I thought would be great for doing a magazine collage. I've got my glue sticks. I've got my background, and making backgrounds, just spending an evening making backgrounds can be so fun. But you do have to think about how you're going to use it. And I did know that these bright, brilliant backgrounds, they're really almost foregrounds instead of backgrounds. But we can still have fun. Now, when I cut out magazine pictures, she had her arms up and her hand looped. So I couldn't just leave this all dangling. So I saved her whole backdrop here. But I normally do leave, like on him and her, a little around the feet because it helps ground them, or it helps me to be able to get them grounded. So I've got these three. I found this and I thought, well, here's the sun and here's Jupiter. So I'll just go ahead and put that in the sky right where it belongs. And so here's where the fun begins. So for her, I have her. So I know I have to bring down, and I just may need to cut a little bit more off, maybe not. And I just think that looks real good right there. Absolutely. Okay, yeah, I think I am going to just maybe make this just a touch shorter because it's just right at the bitter edge, and that doesn't make things easier. So we'll just take that off right there, and I think that will make this a little easier to deal with. And there. What do you think? Perfect. Okay. And now this gentleman, I have, let's see, where did she go? Oh, here she is. I have her. I thought that looks like a very nice fit. And then for her, I have her. I thought I've got a few little extra accoutrements to go with it, but first we need to get these down. So the first thing I'm going to do when I get to this point in doing my magazine collages, and yes, I do like to change the heads, not that it shows, is just tack these heads down. And any loose things like that, and that makes it just easier to just put the whole thing together. I'm just wondering, I knew I skipped a step. I cut out her hands, see that? So there. Okay. And maybe I'll just go ahead and put a little glue stick. I like using the Scotch glue stick. And I'm going to wipe off that extra glue. Okay. The more I goof with it, the more chances of me ripping it. All right, her. And sorry, doll, but we got something else in mind. And here is her head. Okay. And now her. So how are you guys today? What's going on? What's new? Are you working in your art journals? Have you done some magazine collage since I talked about magazine collage the last time? Have you tried it? Did you check out the library to see if they had magazines in their Friends of the Library section? If there's such a thing at your library, I hope so. All right, first thing I'm going to do, this is like the first thing I'm going to do. I am going to put some glue. This is my glue book, and get some glue on the back of our celestial beings and get those up in the sky. And for this project, I think using the Scotch glue stick is fine, whatever glue stick that you like. If you're not used to buying glue sticks, I like the Scotch Professional, or it's called Scotch Permanent glue stick. There are many, many brands, but I do suggest that you do not go with a school glue or a glue that says it's designed for children. And I also would stay away from a glue stick that says that it's very washable, because those are the things that are designed to not stick. They're designed for when a child glues something to the wall, you're able to get it off. So I just really, I think that you're going to be disappointed with the results if you're using that type of a glue stick. But when you're using the Scotch Permanent, I know there's like I want to say it is Elmer's Craft Glue, and it even says somewhere, I believe, on that, like it's not designed for children. I know I can't swear to that, but it seems like there's some talk on it about how strong it is. Another one that I like was the Elmer's Extra Strength. That one I had just very good luck with, no problems. So those are the ones that I've used. Now, Diane Reevely, who's the one that designed this art journal that we're using, she has her own glue stick. And she always will say, well, what's different about my glue stick than other glue sticks? Well, it works. So I did find some on the Ranger site, and I ordered, and I've got some of those to give a try too. So I am going to try her glue stick. I think I just opened my last of my current Scotch. I do order them usually from Amazon because I can get, you know, a whole box of them. But I only tried a few of the Dianes just to see what I think of it, and then I'll let you know. Okay, so we have her down. We have our sky in, which I like. Now we're going to get her down. I think that's good. My glue book seems okay. I'm going to bring my glue book up here because she doesn't even fit on my glue book. So we're going to have to do this kind of in stages. But yeah, sometimes I've seen people that have said, well, I'm trying glue stick, but I never have very good luck with it. And as I'm watching the video, I can see that it's an Elmer's school glue stick. And I'm like, well, you know, that you're using something made for children that parents and teachers won't have a hard time getting it off. You know, I don't expect something like that to stick very well. I guess the bottom line is all glue sticks are not created equal, that's for sure. I have used what was supposed to be kind of the office supply glue stick from Dollar Tree. That was useless. I mean, I felt like I was just using something that was like, one of those Post-it note things. It wasn't sticking at all as far as to stay put. So I guess, you know, everyone has their favorites. But don't get discouraged if your glue stick was designed for washing off and then you went ahead and used it on a project like this and it didn't quite stick as well. Don't let that turn you off of glue sticks forever. Just keep trying them. Okay, there we've got her. Now I'm just going to use my finger because I'm right in the seam of this signature, and just to get her eased into the edge there. Right here in that seam. And she seems to be gluing down pretty well. Okay, there's our second person, and now here's our third. And have you been able to find some magazines? I received, and I don't know why, a magazine offer that was telling me that I could select from these magazines and get like 6 months for free because I would be putting them in my waiting room. Well, I am guessing they pulled something off of my maybe a list of nurses, since I do have since I am licensed in the state that I live, and that, you know, there are nurse practitioners that have waiting rooms, but I have no idea. But there I am with a free offer for magazines. It's like, well, no, not gonna do that because I certainly do not have a waiting room. All right, there's our third girl. I like to try to get the glue stick off the magazine if I get some on the front, because it does show. Whoa, this is quite wrinkly. There we go. There we go. Okay, well done. This looks good. All right, so now we've got our 3 figures. I think they look fantastic. So now I've got just a few more little add-ons. I thought that this was a great cap, so I don't know who it's going to look best on. Oh, probably her. Yeah, what do you think? Definitely her. All right, let's get her Gucci hat. Why not? We've had threatening looking skies, but we have not had any rain today. A nice rain shower would be cool, but we've enjoyed the sunshine as well. There we go. Let's get this little hat on here. Let's see, that looks like it. Oh, she looks just clever. Yes. Now I thought this girl, maybe she would be holding on to some perfume, or maybe the perfume could be on that little table that she's resting herself on. That might be kind of nice, although the flower's kind of hanging off there. Maybe here? No, covers her face. Yeah, I think it's going to have to go in her hand. Can I lift up her hand yet? Nah, but that's all right. We will just give this to her in her hand, like that. Yep. Good choice. I like to give these people a little something to do, or something that just kind of goes with what they look like or how they're dressed, or, you know, something fun, something funny. Now I did think, since they had that rose, I had kept this rose out. She does have a beautiful earring, but I think that looks good. Yeah, Let's put that on. So I think I told you before, but I know I always have new people that are watching, and I find my magazines at my library in the Friends of the Library room for 10 cents a piece. And I've gotten some really nice magazines, and the fashion magazines, which I've never purchased on my own. I've not really had the opportunity to even look at too many, but these are just great for doing this type of magazine collage work. I just love it. I get started on cutting these things out and I just laugh all day. I think they're hilarious. Okay, so we've got our subjects down. I think they look great, but you could leave it. You could leave it just like this, and that would be fine. But I think we need to work this out to kind of blend the different components together so that the pictures look a little more seamless and just a little more harmonious. So I do that by starting out with a big black Sharpie. I sure do. Now I'm going to be moving this around so that I can reach around it, setting my glue book on the side. And I just like to go around everything with my Sharpie because I feel like it kind of just marries everything together. I like Sharpies. I know there are other types of alcohol markers out there, many different brands, some more expensive, some less. The less expensive ones I find are not anywhere near as opaque, and I find that they smear even when they're supposed to be permanent, and sometimes they're not as waterproof, or, and you know, so if I go back with watercolor, then I'm having issues with the black lines lifting. So I just don't have any of those issues with Sharpie. It may not be the most fashionable, but I really don't care because it does what I want it to do. And I've gotten some really nice new Sharpies when I was at the art supply store. Now, not a craft store, this was an art supply store, and that's where I found the Sharpies with the brush nib and being able to make thick and thin lines is just fantastic. Now, this is not precision, and it's never meant to be. It's kind of to look, you know, arty, kind of sketchy, and that's fine. So, you know, you don't need to try to work it all out. But now where I have her head connected to the body, I'm not going to go around that because now I'm separating the pieces again. So I'm just trying to put harmony in these pieces from one component to the other so that it helps them feel like one. All right, let's start with her. Sometimes when your magazine pictures are just a little bit thicker, then you may want to kind of go around twice, because I would like to not have the background show between the outlining and the subject. But I'm just going around. This may take a little time, but oh, it's so worth it. So worth it. And I think this is looking good. Now, by putting in the black lines like in these little areas like this, that helps marry the whole image to the background. It just sort of takes away that look of just cut and paste, cut and slap it down, but more like it was always meant to be together. And I'm going right around the perfume bottle. And this extra flower. There. All right. We've got 2 done. And you know, you may find a little stray area that you missed, you know, and just go back. It's not a big deal. Now I'm going to go around our 3rd lady. And aren't these just fun? I tell you, as I'm piecing them together and trying different hats and socks or whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm just chuckling to myself. It's just so fun. I've never been a particularly fashion conscious person. I've been more of a fashion fatality my whole life. But I've come to an age now that comfort trumps beauty. They used to say, you know, it hurts to be beautiful. Well, that explains a lot. There we go. Okay. I think all I need to do is catch this little one's hat. And there we have it. Just touching up any little places that I see. Okay. Now, I think that has anchored them on quite nicely. I think I'm going to go around my sun and my Jupiter here. Get them situated on the page. I normally would not create such vivid backgrounds, but when you're doing these 15-second videos and you're trying to show a technique, it's got to be eye-catching. That's not the time for like pastels or things like that. All right. Okay. How about for a little extra oomph to all these people? I'm going to start out with her. And I'm going to start out with some green. And let's trim up her little outfit here. And these are Posca acrylic pens, paint pens. Sometimes people refer to them as paint markers. All the same. That's saying the same thing for a different thing for the same product. All right, let's see. I'm trying not to get over where her hair is. I'm going to give her some sweet buttons. And then, let's see. Maybe she would benefit from some beautiful earrings. Let's see. How about pink? Now she has some kind of a earring going on here, but I'm just going to go ahead and give her some little earrings like this. We're not going to see the whole earring over here. Maybe just a touch. There. All right. That looks good. What else does she need? Pink socks? I think so. To go with her pink earrings. Most definitely. That's just tying the outfit right together, don't you think? Nice and sporty. Okay. Where else could we have a little touch of fun? Maybe around those cuffs of her shirt. Sure. And over here, little trim. That looks nice. Good. How about these shoes? She could have green soles to these shoes. Yeah, there you go. We're doing it now. Very good, well done. We'll think on her some more. And how about this beauty queen? I was debating about, I see what the trouble is. I don't want to drag my arm. I'm going to turn the book right upside down. Hang on to your hat because you're going for a ride. I did not get this part of the black, and that's why it was just like something's missing, something's missing. I bet you guys were trying to tell me, hey, you missed a spot. Okay. That's what was wrong. Okay. All right. And look at here. You turn it upside down and you see things you didn't see right side up. Same as when you look at something in a mirror. I like to do that. And then I also like to just prop it up on the couch and take as many steps back as I can. And that can help too. All right, now that we've had that fun with you, what are we going to do next? Well, let's see about maybe, how about a belt? Don't you think this feathery, swingy, shiny dress could just use a belt? I thought you would think that way too. So let's put kind of a swingy belt on her. Like that. And maybe it's going to have something like this. Kind of a fringy thing. It goes with all those feathers, I think. All right. And let's take our fine Sharpie and just connect the dots here. Excellent, excellent. Looking good, looking good. Do you think the belt needs like maybe another row? What about that? Okay. I like that. I think that added even more. And I'm just connecting the dots again. All right. Maybe I need to fix this tassel. What do you say? Is this sparking kind of a elegant feel to you? Yeah, I bet. Okay. That helped a lot. Now the poor thing is barefoot. Should I design a little shoe for her? Red? She's wearing red? Okay, let's do some red. And we'll just put a little pump. Like this. And then maybe it does a little crisscross on her ankle. And we'll have the same little pump over here. Can you see what I'm doing? And that'll just go along her foot. And then maybe a crisscross like this. And then maybe we'll have like some kind of, maybe the color of her belt. Why, sure, it's an outfit. So we'll put a little gemstone right there on her shoe tie. That looks good. All right. What else does she need? Let's see. Well, she does have some beautiful earrings, so I don't think I'm going to add anything more to that. And we added a belt to her dress. You know, she really, other than that gold necklace though, she seems a little low on the jewelry to me. What color? Let's say maybe some purple. Sure. And we'll just bring a necklace or a bracelet like this around. I think 3, kind of like Jane Jetson. And maybe she'll have, you know, she's of the school that you can't have too much of a good thing, so she's got the same going on here. Absolutely. And maybe she has a little choker, maybe, huh? She could. Yeah, with a little heart here from that same purple design that she started with on her bracelets. And we'll just bring her little necklace around here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I think it's just what you needed, sweetheart. Just what you needed. All right, now, I think she could use a little more of an eyelash. Most definitely. Yes. Swing those babies right out and around. Yep. That's good. Yes. That makes her eyes just sing. All right, let's add some brow here. I think someone forgot to tell her that 2022 is the year of the brow. I just made that up. There. I don't know that it's the year of the brow, but it could be. All right. Now this girl, she certainly doesn't need to be jealous. We'll add a little brow action there. Little eyelashes going on here. And what I'm doing, in all seriousness, is just exaggerating. I'm just taking what they already have, and I'm just exaggerating it. She has one necklace, I'm going to add another. You know, she has some jewelry, I'm going to pile on more. She's wearing a shirt, I'm going to give it buttons, bows. You know, it just the sky's the limit, and it's just so fun. Okay, this little one. What are we going to do for her? She's got a little glue on her. That's all right. There we go. Now, she does not have an earring, but she's got this red Gucci hat, so maybe we'll give her a red earring. Just a button earring. And then maybe she has a couple others, little earrings like that going up. And probably would have some buttons going down her sleeve. Something like that. And then maybe some more little buttons just going right down the front of her jacket. I think that makes it look like a lab coat. Isn't that hysterical? Good. And here's her little pocket. All good lab coats have pockets. Yes? Okay. Now that really tied our red hat into her outfit. And let's see about some blue. I'm going to tilt my book a little bit. As I say, you guys can sometimes see just a little better than I can because I get a bit of a reflection from the magazines are shiny. But there, I think she needed a little little eyeliner. Her eyes are pretty much closed, so I guess that doesn't mean I can't give her eyelashes. I just have to give her eyelashes different. Okay, let's see. There. Okay, we did that. Now, she was having her fingernail. That's how that was. It was kind of like a, you know, like a coy little thing. So I just thought, well, when we get to this stage, maybe we could take some pink and give her some lipstick, and then that would obscure that. And again, I gotta just pick this up a little bit so that I can see, but we can just kind of give her our own little lip line here. Yeah, that's good. And maybe she'll just have a few little lines like that. Yeah, maybe she'll have one there. Oh yeah, yeah, that's exactly what she needed. That's perfect. Just perfect. I think they're looking marvelous. Okay, I think her shoes, maybe she'll have a little pink shoe going on here to kind of go with that bright pink lipstick of hers. Now, I can't see her nails to really add nail polish, but I think she could certainly benefit from a necklace, don't you? Yeah, but we'll go with gray. And she's got one necklace, but we've already discovered that's not enough. So we'll give her another necklace. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to put a heart or anything on it. I just think I'll give it a friend. There. Should we make the other one the same? Yeah, I think so too. We'll just bring that. Oh, yeah. Now, we're doing something good. All right, now I want to take my narrow Sharpie and join this necklace together. The dots were just so small and I wanted them to dry before I attempted to connect them with the tiny Sharpie. And we'll outline this heart. That looks great. Now, I'm looking at the gray one here, and I'll just put some lines between. That's good. One more. All right. And then maybe this earring could have a little statement of some kind. I think a heart is a good choice. Should I fill it in black? Yeah, I kind of like it with the red. That'll be good. Okay, now, her. What can we do for you? Maybe you need just like some extra spark. Sometimes I like to put these at the end of stamens and things when I'm doing little flowers. Well, why not on her eyelashes? I think that would be another good boost. Make a few more on this one. Oh yes, that's every detail we put in just makes it so much sweeter. Definitely. I'm just sort of getting the feeling like you would see in those Victorian ladies, and they would put a little heart on their cheek. Like that. I think that looks good. I'm thinking with her, maybe she needs a little boost. She's coming along quite nicely. I think what I'm going to do, I think I see what might help. Take this black Sharpie. And don't get scared. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. There. Okay. I'm happier with that. Much happier. All right. You, my dear. You look like you're missing something. I think I'm going to put some stripes on your socks. I think that was going to help. Very much. And maybe put a dot in these buttons. Give you a little more detail. And maybe a little collar ornament. But you're a little bit plain, Jane. We may need to just raise the octane a little. Give you a little more punch. Let's see what I have in my lipstick drawer. A little orange. I think that can be a very attractive lipstick color. Yes, quite good. And maybe you have a little choker chain. The little bow tie. That looks quite nice. Now that watch. That watch doesn't do anything for me. Let's find the purple marker. And let's just turn this into a beautiful bracelet. Sure. That's good. Is your lipstick dry? Oh, it wasn't quite. Sorry. Okay. Well, I think we're doing quite good. I'd like to outline her lips, but they're just a little bit wet. Maybe I can just be real careful. Paper towel. There we go. Okay. That lip liner did a lot. And maybe a beautiful beauty mark. I think that was nice. Okay, ladies. Do you feel like you're ready? You know, that pink shoe, as pretty as it is, I think I want to bring it up and give it a heel. It kind of gets lost in the dark back there, but we'll just pretend like we can see it. I like that better. All right, I'm going to tip this up just a little bit so that I can see it. Very, very good. I think they look marvelous. I'm going to find my Sharpie and give it a sign. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps my brand new channel so much. Consider subscribing, and if you like this content, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.